Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be giving my BattleBots review on Battlesaw. Now let's talk about Battlesaw for a minute. Battlesaw is a full-body ring spinner, much like Kronos or Ringmaster. But however, unlike Kronos or Ringmaster, instead of having wheels, the spot has treads. Now, it only had three fights that I know of. Its first fight is against Mad Catter, where it kind of just stopped spinning and then just died immediately. The next bot that Battlesaw fight was Extinguisher, a slightly worse hammer bot than Mad Catter, and it did do a bit more than last time. It didn't die right away, so I guess I'll give it that. But it just flew off of Extinguisher all the time. Like, the weapon literally did nothing to Extinguisher. And trust me, Extinguisher, from what I see, is not that powerful whatsoever. So I doubt he can be able to take a shot like a regular full body spinner. If Extinguisher went up something like, Kronos or something, or Gigabyte, then Extinguisher would have probably died. For its final fight, Battlesaw went up in a rumble against Jasper and Petunia. Definitely the most challenging out of the fights so far. I mean, Jasper isn't a better robot than Extinguisher and Mad Catter, but Petunia is definitely much better than Mad Catter, Extinguisher, and Jasper combined. Basically, Petunia just got a good bite on Battlesaw and just was getting hit a lot by Jasper. A really good tag team effort by both bots, but I'm not sure why they needed a tag team because there wasn't really a point, because Battlesaw would just die immediately. So now I'll give my review on it, from weapon to control to driving to entertainment, because I know that I kind of did a bit too much on grading for X backwards, so I want to shorten the video a little bit. For weapon, we all know that Battlesaw's weapon is complete shit, and it does literally nothing against an opponent. Easily a 1 out of 10. Like, I mean, I guess I could give it credit that it's spinning, but what exactly is a spinning weapon that doesn't do damage? The Four Horsemen, Gemini. But the funny thing about that is that they can actually have control from time to time. So, but Battlesaw, as you're gonna see in my next grading, doesn't have that. So I'm gonna give Battlesaw's weapon a 1 out of 10. Definitely the worst weapon in BattleBots. Next up is control. Now, contrary to popular belief, full body spinners can actually have control. If you look at something like Sal versus Lockjaw or Gigabyte versus Minotaur. However, Battlesaw it doesn't. It's a ring spinner, so it can't have that much control. If you're like Gigabyte, you have a dome spinner, so you can easily spin up. But with something like Battlesaw, you have to have the weapon. That's your only state of any type of control, will be your weapon. And no, I don't count that as control. And Battlesaw just doesn't, because everything else doesn't work for him. So he can't really do anything with control. Like, I'm sure if Battlesaw worked properly, it still wouldn't have good control. But, I mean, it could be a bit better. So, I'm gonna give Battlesaw for control, again, a 1 out of 10. Next up is driving, and I wanted to take this into account. Not a lot of full body spinners are good drivers. I mean, you have Gigabyte, you have Sao, and that's it. But based on the treads, like, the driving makes everything 10 times worse. Like, the driving just does not work with the bot. One, I'm not sure why you put treads on the bot in general. That's just stupid. Because A, you don't have a good enough drive, and B, you could have driven inverted with wheels and still had probably less weight to add on, I don't know, internals. You imbeciles. So driving just doesn't work. At least Axe Backwards had, like, aggressive driving. You could see that they were going straight up at their opponent. But Battlesaw just looks like he was too high and wanted to get out of the battle box. So yeah, I'm going to give Battlesaw another 1 out of 10 here. For our final category, it's going to be entertainment. Now, I want to take into account all what I thought the bot, how good I thought the bot would be versus how it did. For Battlesaw, I wasn't very surprised that it was bad. So, like, I wasn't disappointed at all by it, but it just didn't show any insanity. Like, yes, something like Captain Shredderator was a bad bot this year, but it showed us just entertainment the entire season. At least for some of its fights, like his fight against Wanhu or Black Dragon. However, in this fight, in the whole entire season for Battlesaw, it's just not entertaining. He's just it's just a dead bot. Like, this bot is easily the worst out of the whole 2019 season, and I know people are gonna say, well, if it's the worst, then why didn't you put it in the top 10 worst BattleBots of 2019? I was going for A, more known robots, and B, not. I just didn't see any Battlesaw fights prior to the whole thing. So, yeah. So time for the final grading. Battlesaw is by default the worst robot ever in robotic combat. I mean, it just doesn't work. It's like MR speed squared from Robot Wars. It has a weapon, but it just doesn't work. And that makes it all the worse. If you had a bot that just didn't work, but it wasn't supposed to work, then I could give it credit. Like Captain Shredderator, we all know it's gonna fail. But something like a Battlesaw, where it could work in some environment where they had a good team holding Battlesaw, then it'd be different. But from a bot standpoint alone, Battlesaw is easily a 1 out of 10 robot. Definitely much worse than Axe Backwards. So that is it on my BattleBots review for Battlesaw. I know this was much quicker than what I did for Axe Backwards. I'm planning on doing a much longer video for Bite Force, considering this is the 3-time champ we're talking about here. So yeah, I'm gonna make a very long episode for Bite Force in case you guys are interested. So I'll see you guys next time.